Just take a short break here. So, Drum Mike, how's it going, dude? So he said, hey, cool, Fallout, how appropriate. Yeah, right? Yes, I'm just playing it some more for no reason. Seems like every week we have a new reason to expect the apocalypse. Except this time it seems to be actually happening. This is cool. Fallout, how appropriate. I still have a job for now, thank God. Well, that's good. That's good. Doing a little overtime to save some money. Very good. Carlatin, meanwhile, is concerned about possibly being homeless soon, depending how the shit show plays out. Excellent. Fun times we live in, eh? Fun times. That's right. 007 says, guys, you will be okay. Stay positive. Yeah. You know, really, as long as you don't get sick and die, you'll be fine. Whatever comes your way, you will persevere and endure and thrive and get past it. Hey, Stoudman's here. Holy shit. He is alive. We missed you today, dude. We watched the entire first season of Max Headroom today. It was fun. Hey, Abel's here too. How's it going, man? Hello, money. Stout and his billions. Yes. Well, Stout's been working a lot. And if you do get sick and die, you'll have 30% less lung capacity from the virus. But yeah. I was going to say, wow. So, after dying, I'll still have 70% of my lung capacity somehow? Amazing. I didn't know you could breathe when you're dead at all. So that's way better than I thought. Yes. But that's during the sickness. So, you know, after you get over it, you're fine. You're back to normal. And yeah, not being able to breathe is probably one of the worst feelings in the world. The only worst one possibly being burning to death. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's put the chat box up. I should save the game after this, too. After we finish having these long-winded conversations with these random characters that we're never going to speak to again, we'll save the game. So you go for a quick smoke. I'll be back. So, Stout, we just met Liberty Prime for the first time. Giant robot extraordinaire. Trying to, he's having some power consumption problems at the moment, so he can speak some canned phrases, but that's about it right now. What's this? Come back. It's completely different in new startup companies. Oh, okay. So it's very likely that after April, I will need to find a new job. Hold on. Let's go scroll back a bit here. So, feel much better now. Glad you're doing better, Drum Mike. Being buried alive is worth. Well, yeah. That's pretty bad too. Edgar Allan Poe wrote some good stories about that. Maybe we'll do some of those. I've got that complete Edgar Allan Poe thing. It would be fun, I think, to read some of those stories. I do enjoy reading stories to you guys. Stout says, and yeah, with the best estimates saying this could last until September. Yeah, schools are canceled indefinitely. Annetta and I are talking about homeschooling and sort of different things that we can offer as far as teaching Rose stuff that she needs to survive and live in the world. So we're going to try to teach her some things that the schools don't tend to teach, namely actual life skills that are useful. So should be good. She's going to be well prepared for the world, I think. And Stout says, yeah, best estimate saying this could last until September, and more realistic estimates saying as much as 18 months. I'm inclined to think 18 months to 2 years, I think, is how long it's going to go. Honestly, just all the fallout from it, if you will. Yeah. We're going to stay on the air here for as long as we can. Obviously, I will need to sleep periodically, but we're going to keep streaming, keep having fun, keep everyone sane as best as we can, and watch lots of TV and play lots of games. So we'll have a good time here. Says, well, my boss made it plain and clear that we've got enough money until the end of April. Drum Mike says, can't say I've ever been buried alive. Well, that's good. Hopefully you never will be. 7 degrees, that's a horrible one. So it's very likely after April I'll need to find a new job. I'll put it this way, if this does last 18 months, the travel industry as a whole will be completely decimated. Pretty much. Yeah, definitely. Essentially, until either a vaccine is found or, more likely, a large percentage of the world's population is wiped out from the disease, and those that remain are ones that have a natural immunity to it or are just strong enough to withstand it and get past it. Yeah, that's basically, it's just one of those things we're just going to have to wait until it pans out naturally, I think. So it says, Stout, sorry to hear that. It's possible the government will help pay those so people keep their jobs longer. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, they're going to be getting some kind of, I mean, most governments are doing that. They're going to be subsidizing living expenses for people so they can at least, continue to have a roof over their heads. Says it'll come back with completely different and new startup companies because every major travel company will be completely dead by then. Pretty much, yeah. Damn, everyone out here losing their jobs and money. Won't be planning any Thailand holidays for a long time then. Yeah, no kidding, eh? That was becoming an annual thing for you. Take a long, long, long time to recover from all of this worldwide. Hoping it won't last that long, but it might. I don't think it'll be 18 months, but even a few months will do it. So, well, I mean, look, even just look at the past 2 weeks. Look at how much things have changed in the past 2 weeks. Never mind, like, a year and a half. It's crazy. It's so weird writing about things to do in Hong Kong in June, knowing that almost all of these things will be canceled. Yeah, no kidding, eh? So you're ready for vacationing. Yeah, Stout writes about travel destinations and touristy things and stuff like that. Here's what you could have done if the world hadn't ended. Yeah, basically. Oh, hey, Brinsley. Hope you had a good nap. Damn you, world, for ending. That's very cool. I do too, but it's not looking likely. Thankfully, still playing jobs with them for some like 10 plus years. Well, that's the thing. You've got a nice pile of writing experience behind you. I'm sure you'll be able to find something, dude. You're very resourceful that way. Great apocalyptic game. Sorry to hear that. From what I've observed, you're very intelligent and well-spoken. You'll be okay. Oh, yeah. Stout's good. He'll find something. Stout's a smart guy. Schools have been canceled here in Victoria as well. Homeschooling is being recommended. Yep. Same here on the island. Schools canceled until further notice. They gave not even an estimate. Honestly, this is all pretty surreal just from how fast shit hit the fan. There was no real build-up, no prep, nothing, and here we are. I know. That's what I was saying. It's like, it just shows how tenuous our civilization is, eh? How we literally are hanging by a thread, and it doesn't take much to destroy everything as we know it, for everything to change. I was laid off in December, just got hired last week, which is unbelievably lucky. Good people can't be held down. That's right. That's good. That's good. You're definitely one of the lucky ones in 007. Which is why, I appreciate those contributions to the stream even more so now, because I know how much everybody's straining. And it just says to me that you guys really appreciate what I do and what I'm trying to do for everyone. Just doing my part to help keep everybody sane and happy. And I appreciate the appreciation. And by helping me keep going, I will do what I can to help you guys keep going by continuing to entertain you and, provide some escape for you, some escapism for you. On the contrary, sometimes good people always get kept down. Well, that's true too, yeah. It is surreal. It's very Twilight Zone. Yeah, it is. I have nothing to do today since they canceled school and put our whole town on lockdown, so might as well just sit and watch. Hey, that works. The Stand, anyone? Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know if you watched any of Survivors with us, the British series. That whole situation is very similar, like eerily similar to what's going on now. A little more extreme, though. In that case, it was a viral outbreak that wiped out a little over 99% of the world's population. There's just a handful of people left. But it was how they were trying to deal with that, and how the world changed and everything. And they were kind of talking about it in similar terms to how we're talking about it now, saying like how if we're going to survive, we have to take it as read that the world will never be as it was. That this is how things will be going forward, and we have to adapt, or we will die. Even a week ago, I didn't think we would end up in this situation. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Basically, if you already had a work from home job before all of this, and your job was based on the internet, you're probably going to be fine. Yeah, as long as the internet works. The internet went down for a little bit earlier today, and Rosie was freaking out, and I was like, well, it's, they're going to keep the internet going. It's just, bear in mind, it's being taxed a lot more in terms of usage because everybody's at home. So people are going to be using it a lot more, and that puts a strain on the system. So, Stout, if you're ready, you'll probably always find work. Yeah. Missed all the cool Cyberpunk show. Yeah. Fortunately, though, Skinslip, Stout has seen what we saw today before. I know, Stout, you watched Max Headroom a while back, and he watched basically what we watched today. He watched the movie, and then watched the first 6 episodes of the show, and we were talking about it. This was a long time. This was like literally about 10 years ago when the DVD set first came out, and I remember us talking about it a little bit. And yeah, people are going crazy in the UK. So I guess I was right about all this 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't overreacting. Nope. Not overreacting. Just saying, yep, it's shitty and it's going to get shittier. A group of 100 people were fighting to get into a supermarket at 7 in the morning. God, yeah. See, this is why I'm glad I have what I need for now, and I can wait a little bit to get in. They've already reduced hours for supermarkets here, and the first hour of every day is dedicated solely to seniors and people with disabilities, and that's for all the supermarkets here that I know of. Even Walmart has adopted that. And they've shortened their hours to allow staff time to restock the shelves and to sterilize things, wipe things down, and whatnot. So, yeah. So, I mean, the things are adapting to make it less crazy for everyone. People just got to calm down with the panic shopping. I mean, yeah, you got to stay in for a little bit, but you know, you can still go out occasionally as you need to. I mean, you don't have to freak out. You know, unfortunately, I was work when you were watching Survivors, but heard how eerily similar it is to what's happening now. Yeah, if you guys want to get Survivors on DVD, the set is super cheap. The Region 1 set that I have is currently like $18.95 for the complete series, which is stupidly cheap. It's 38 episodes. That's a lot of entertainment for less than 20 bucks. You know, it's good stuff. It's gonna be pre-corona and post. Oh yeah, it is. It is. This is one of those world-changing events that, you know, will be a before and after moment. It's like pre and post 9/11. You know, this will be pre and post corona. As long as people can get food and stay home, it's a matter of waiting. Yeah, exactly. If food stops, I don't think it will. Then things will get... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They say that any civilization is like 2 or 3 meals away from revolution. You deprive a civilization of food for like 3 meals, like basically a day, and it's chaos. That's all it takes. And, yeah. I think generally the people in this room, geeks and such, are smart individuals and will be okay. Well, the funny thing is, we've talked about this before, is most of us are hermits anyway, so this isn't really that big of a change for us. So, yeah. Yep, I never watched the second season. You better not fucking miss season 2, Stout Man. I mean, I might. Who knows? Well, try not to. Anyone who worked in the film industry is hurting right now since everything has been halted. Well, yeah, because films usually have 100 people on set working on things in close proximity. So yeah, pretty much everything's been put on hold. Well, in movie theaters, pretty much all shut down. A lot of big new releases are going straight to streaming. So yeah. Pretty stocked up for the next week or so, and even then I'll need to replenish my meat and vegetables. Well, yeah, see, that's why I got stuff that I could freeze. Things that I could meal prep and freeze. So I've got ready-made meals. Like my freezer is full. Like not a single additional container can fit in there. It's full. And my deep freeze is full as well. So so we're good as far as that goes. We got lots of food. So we'll be fine for a little while. It's just, you know, the staple items like milk and stuff. Might need to go out and replenish that periodically. But, you know, that's like one trip every couple of weeks to get a couple jugs of milk. You know, it's not a big deal. So people didn't panic and buy up everything. We would have enough to get by and be able to restock. Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's not a shortage. There's not a shortage of supplies, so people aren't realizing it's not. Everything's fine. It's just a momentary shortage because people bought way more than they normally do, but there is no shortage of supplies coming. They're all going to be restocked. Like, you just need to chill out. Just need to chill out, people. People are scared and it makes them stupid. Yes, it does. Considering that despite Amazon's claims that they're focusing on essentials and not shipping out non-essentials, I've actually found their shipping of non-essentials faster and more reliable right now. Yes, I ordered a Blu-ray through Amazon. I'm expecting it to arrive tomorrow. So it was shipped as fast as it normally is. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Prime Pantry didn't even exist anymore. Oh, really? That's interesting. 100 or more. Usually, oh, for Hollywood sets. Yeah, absolutely. That's their essentials service. Well, yeah. Amazon workers are getting sick but still working, so it's best to spray, disinfect deliveries, or put them away for a day before touching. Yeah, yay for hermit life. Feels like we've been spending our lives stockpiling on multimedia to be prepared for the apocalypse. It's funny, that's something I've always thought of. Well, not always, but it's always been a thought that's periodically popped in there, is like, you know, if there's ever an apocalypse, provided we have power, I'm set. So much entertainment to keep me sane. You know, there you go. Hey, my Marvel Legends Shang-Chi is an essential. Absolutely. I mean, what other action figure comes with that many detachable hands? I mean, come on. It's special. Honestly, I recommend trying to get hold of an oxygen generator, because if the health system is inundated and this thing attacks the lungs, might be valuable. Well, possibly. But, I mean, even in that case, if I'm having trouble breathing from illness, I have a nice hot bath, you know, and that helps. Or a nice hot steamy shower. That helps, too. So, 8 extra sets of hands. Using the apocalypse to catch up on movies and TV shows that I've been putting off. Well, and I think a lot of people are. And that's kind of what we've been doing. Like, it seemed like the perfect time to bring back Saturday Morning Forever. And we haven't just been doing cartoons. We've been doing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, we watched the entire first season of Survivors. We watched Max Headroom. We watched a couple of different cartoons now. What did we watch? We watched one cartoon. We watched Incredible Hulk. We're going to watch the 90s series of Incredible Hulk sometime this week. We got a few other shows lined up. We're going to finish up Max Headroom. We were talking about watching Day of the Triffids and maybe the Tripods. Getting back to Doctor Who. Might throw Blake 7 into the mix, which is one we've been meaning to watch for ages. We're going to get back into Thundercats. And, yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff coming. It's going to be fun. We will make the most of this time to watch a lot of things. That's right, you do. You got the first 2 seasons. Sweet. There you go. Yeah, Blake 7 is great. That's one I've been wanting to rewatch for a long time, actually. Especially now having the DVD set. I can watch it in glorious original PAL quality, you know. Higher resolution, better color. You've never seen Blake 7? Alright, well, I want you to make sure you're there for that one, Brinsley. Come on. I don't know where you disappeared to today, but you missed, like, all of Max Headroom. So, the internet is a necessity in this day and age. I can't see them shutting it down anyway unless the planet went really bad. Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. A lot of these apocalypse movies, it's like they'll have whatever it is that happens, like disease or something, and then suddenly the power will go out and it never comes back on. I don't think that's going to happen in this case. You know, that just seems strange. Cartoon, yeah. We've only done one cartoon stream, so, well, I guess, was it 2? No, we did 2, because Skinslip was getting tired towards the end of it, so we put off the rest until a couple days later. We watched the 1982 series of The Incredible Hulk, which was great. So we're going to be doing some more Marvel cartoons. We got a bunch of those, and a whole bunch of other. Yes, we did. We watched. Well, not that day. Not when we did the first Incredible Hulk. That was just. It was because we started late, because I was doing other things, and we ended up starting later than we meant to, and we were still kind of on a day schedule ish. So it just got to be too late. I was getting tired too, so that was fine. Yeah. Since we're in isolation, the internet is pretty much the best way to keep in touch with friends and loved ones. Well, yes. Yes, it is. Definitely. And, it helps. For sure. For sure, man. For sure. If we, reload that. I like your cat. Yeah, Sherlock's awesome. We all love Sherlock. That's what I'm saying. They have to give us that, at least. Yeah. Now, paying the internet bill is another top. Well, yeah. I just got my power bill. Luckily, it wasn't as high as I was fearing. It's, I guess, coming out of winter, it's not as freezing, so I haven't had to have the heat on as much. So it's settling down a bit. Okay, well, let's get back to some Fallout here.